Well, hello, my friends. We meet again. It has been a while. Where should we begin? So, I've been streaming here on YouTube recently.
Every Friday at 2 p.m., so make sure you hit that notification bell.
And during these streams, you guys have been recommending me some really fantastic music. Let's get into it. Starting off, we have Skyforger by Amorphis off of their 2009 album of the same name. Recommended to me by one of my truly based Patreon supporters. Amorphis is a Finnish melodic death metal / folk metal band. And while I'm a big fan of their 1994 release, Tales from the Thousand Lakes, I had not heard much else from them, really. So, when I saw that the song was in the recommended list, I was very excited to check it out. And honestly, I was not disappointed at all here. Really great melodies abound here. I love the very folk-inspired intro. Just so gorgeous, and it evolves very nicely into the first verse.
No, I really liked it. I think I'm really enjoying Scandinavian metal. I think I'm starting to really enjoy that as a category for myself. They just, I don't know, they just have the right vibes for me.
Yeah, the Scandies do metal really well. The Scandies do metal really well.
The song is more of like a mid-tempo head nodder, and what really stood out to me here on the first listen is the singing of Tomi Joutsen. He has a very proud and resonating baritone voice, and I really like the chorus. He adds a lot of grit into his singing here. It gives a very enjoyable, aggressive edge to it. I love it. The bridge section with the tapping lick underneath of the great singing is also very enjoyable, as is the juxtaposition of the choir vocals with the first appearance of the growls right at the end of the song here. Just a fantastically enjoyable song whose lyrics are also very interesting, having been inspired directly from the Finnish epic, the Kalevala. Yeah, I think that's how I pronounce it, Kalevala. The rest of the album is also very good. I would highly recommend checking this one out, Skyforger by Amorphis. Up next, we have a song from a Patreon member, and this is actually his own band and his own music. And we have Doomsday Manifesto and their absolute banger of a death metal song, Dead-Eyed Lover. Now, whenever someone sends in their own band, you know, you kind of have this feeling in like the back of your mind that this might not be great, but my expectations here were greatly exceeded. This is really great, just pummeling death metal, complete with great song structure, riffs, and grooves. Love the lead playing here.
I like it. Okay, we're entering verse 2. I like you actually have some structure to song. It's not just like riffs, like, you know, endless amount of riffs, like riff salad. I'm liking the structure. Yeah, this is good. This is great so far, man. This is sick.
One of the very interesting and unique things here is in the verses we have layered underneath of the death growls, this sort of angelic female singing voice. It is a really unique touch that honestly I don't think I've ever heard in a death metal band do before. And on top of that, it fits right in with like the vibe of the song being this jilted lover theme, which also, by the way, this is just a really great lyric video. Yeah, it's fantastic. And to top it all off, the band finished this song with a solo section that changes up the tempo and gives the song a whole different vibe to it. It almost ends up sounding very bittersweet, which is a cool change from the red hot anger that came before it here. Great song from a really criminally underrated band. Go check them out, boys. Doomsday Manifesto, Dead-Eyed Lover. Alright, so let's do a drastic shift in genre here. The next song I want to highlight is Unravel by the prog rock, prog metal, whatever you want to call them, trio of Our Oceans. Now, this is a Dutch band, and this is just an incredibly tasty and well done prog metal song. It really reminds me a lot of Leprous with like a healthy dose of Rush too.
All right, yeah, that song is really cool. I could definitely hear what you mean. It definitely sounds sort of like a modern Cynic. This is very full, very modern, sounded great, very tasteful too. Lots of times some like prog songs like this, you know, get a little ostentatious and sort of too much. Yeah, sick, bro. Yeah, thank you for showing me that.
The song builds up very nicely over the 5-minute runtime with several large and drastic changes and dynamics, tempo, and time signatures, which, you know, I always love. And one thing that really stood out to me right away is the fretless bass playing. which is incredibly tastefully done, but I also really like the use of a synth pedal of some sort. It gives it a very unique and full sound to the band here, right? Just really, really cool. Never heard that done before. Of course, though, we have to mention the insane vocals of insert Dutch name here. He gives us an insane performance from soaring Geddy Lee-esque high notes to very aggressive, harsh vocals during the heavy part. Oh, I also can't forget that absolutely amazing solo he gives us right near the end of the song. Real journey and just a treat to listen to. Great cinematic music video as well. Great stuff here. Check them out. Our Oceans Unravel. All right, boys, now let us go back to death metal here. This time we go all the way to Japan with the band Desecravity in the song Bloody Terpsichian Art. Now the song just absolutely kicks ass, you know, it just blew my socks off. It literally just starts off instantly with riffs and blast beats, which, you know, I always love, right? Just get to the riffs! And oh boy, this song sure does have a lot of riffs. And really, like, the best way I can describe this here is this is like a Japanese The Faceless.
So far, I love this. 411,000 views, and it's just a guy's playing in like a warehouse. The drum kit here reminds me a lot of X Japan's drum kit. Anybody like X Japan? Anybody like X Japan?
The song is just absolutely pummeling and unrelenting with 200 BPM plus blast beats, sweeps, bass fills, and great powerful low vocals. Just everything you could want from a tech death band. I also absolutely love the odd time signature breakdown they give us about halfway through. That just bangs so hard, man. And I mean, also, like, what can you really say when their drummer's drum kit is probably worth more than my car twice over? You know what I mean? Anytime you see this, I think you're gonna have a good time. And despite this very dense technical death metal sound, I found the band still remained relatively tasteful and didn't go overboard with the tech. It was really mostly just death metal. Great stuff. Really recommend this band if you like Necrophagist or The Faceless. And that was Desecravity with Bloody Terpsichian Art. Now, Enforcer is the next band that I want to highlight here, and this song is called Undying Evil, and this is just some excellent, excellent old school style metal here. I mean, like, just from the first few measures of the song, it just put a gigantic smile on my face. The music video matches the band's early 80s aesthetic absolutely perfectly. Like, I mean, just look at this here. I love it.
Bro, I love throwback bands like this. This is so sick. Evelyn, this isn't glam metal. This isn't hair metal. This is traditional heavy metal.
It's just so unapologetic in its aesthetic, from the production to the vocals to the instruments, and even the band itself just screams early 80s metal. Now, the chorus of the song just gets stuck in my head for days after hearing it. Oh man, it's just so good, man. Following the second chorus, we get a bridge section, which legit sounds like it could have come straight off like an Angel Witch or maybe like an Anvil song. And I have to say, I absolutely just love the vocals here. That sort of high screams is something that I desperately wish to come back to metal as a whole. I don't know why I love it, man. I just love it. Even kind of cheesy, whatever, bro. I just love it. The whole song is just so full of energy and just love for that old style of speed metal that you just have to love it. Give this song a spin, you will not regret it. Enforcer, Undying Evil. Now, sticking with the old school heavy metal vibe, we have Return of the Phantom by the band Void. Okay, and you know, like, first off, before we even get into anything on this list, this band just takes the prize for coolest instruments in their music video here. We have a Charvel V, never even seen one of those before, a Jackson Gus G Star, and an Ironbird bass, just extremely bass. This gets mega steez points. Also, I love the vocalist. His look here is just mega dimes with the Seinfeld puffy shirt, the bullet belt, and like holding the mic stand. Just amazing, man. Such a sick old school vibe, and similar to Enforcer, this song just bleeds that early 80s speed metal sound. Although these guys have like a lot more drama to their sound, sort of like a King Diamond sort of deal going on here. It's really, really cool. One of the things that I really liked about this song actually was their use of the actual Phantom of the Opera theme, or that motif, whatever you want to call it. You guys know the part, right? Da, 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 da. They use it in a really, really creative way, as it essentially functions as like the bridge of the song.
Dude, crazy vocals so far. Another old school throwback. This is an unreal video, man. I'm loving this video. This is so sick. I love Scott Steiner. I think Scott Steiner is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Who's your favorite wrestler? Put it in the chat while I'm doing the push-ups here. 30. Oh. Okay, that song was actually sick. That song was actually really cool.
Really, really cool songwriting. Love the riffs. Love the vocals. Fantastic stuff here by Void. Return of the Phantom. Moving on, we have Holy Marsh and their song No More Masquerades. Now, Holy Marsh is actually a Korean band, and to tell you the truth here, boys, I don't think I've ever even heard a Korean metal band before, so when this was requested on stream, I was very, very, very intrigued by it. And well, you know, I was totally amazed and pleasantly surprised. This is absolutely rock solid melodic death metal with fantastic melodies and riffs. I really quite like the short and brief chorus of the leads that play underneath it. That also gets stuck in my head. You know, no more masquerades. Man, it's just great. Love it. The bridge section is also very cool, offering a nice change up in intensity and dynamics. And the solo here is very good. Very, very solid stuff. A little bit of shredding. Yeah, it's nice. I love it.
Yeah, dude, this actually slaps. This is low-key slap.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, absolutely sick. And of course, I can't forget how much I enjoy classic Melodeath harmonized tremolo picked section here. Great stuff. This really reminds me of like a mix of Norther with some Old in Flames sprinkled in. Love it. And if anybody knows any other Korean metal bands, be sure to leave them down in the comments. I'd be curious to check more of them out. Holy Marsh, No More Masquerades. Warbringer's up next, and Warbringer's a band that I actually had heard of but never listened to before the streams, which I know is criminal, but this is something that I'm absolutely loving about these streams. I'm hearing so many different types of bands, so many different genres. It's just excellent. I love it here. Way better than Spotify's algorithm for sure. And we actually had Warbringer be requested more than once. The first song was The Sword and the Cross, which was a banger too, but the song that I really want to feature here is Silhouette. Now, this is how I like my thrash metal. Pissed off, full of vinegar and riffs, complete with extremely catchy and hooky vocals. I was just immediately pulled in by the song, and in the weeks since listening, I've become a big fan of Warbringer here. These guys just absolutely slay. They even do that really cool high-pitched scream that I mentioned earlier, sort of like a Tom Araya type scream. You know the one. I'll just play it here. Yeah, I just love that shit. You know, great lyrics here and a very vivid picture painted by them as well. Great lyrics.
Oh, dude, let's go. I love when thrash bands bring in those like classic early 80s, those like falsetto screams. Dude, so sick. I love that shit.
I'm also a big fan of how clear and articulate the vocals of John Kevill is. He sounds like rightfully angry as hell, but I can clearly understand every single word that he says. Great diction by a singer is something that always gets huge bonus points for me. I also love the Slayer-esque breakdown here in the bridge. This is just world-class thrash metal boys with riffs for days. Check these guys out if you haven't already. Warbringer, Silhouette. Next, we have another viewer project that was sent in by the creator himself. This time we have fellow Canadian Russell Gordon and his absolutely wonderful prog metal song, Blast! Right, because it has the exclamation marks. I assume you gotta say it like, Blast! Now, before you roll your eyes and shrug at an instrumental prog metal project, hear me out. Russell here manages to do what instrumental metal should do. That is, creating catchy and memorable melodies and moments without needing vocals, which is no small task, as honestly guys, like I don't really enjoy much instrumental metal, despite my recent video I made on the subject. But man, like really, Russell here creates some really gorgeous melodies and soundscapes here.
Is that you, bro? Dude, absolutely luscious, gorgeous hair, bro. Oh my god. And this is gonna sound kind of weird, and don't take it wrong, but it kind of really reminded me of like a Disney movie soundtrack there with like those swelling keys, man. Dude, so beautiful.
I love that part at the end where the strings start to swell. It's just so beautiful, man. And the song really evolves and builds in a very organic and natural way. I absolutely love the way that he throws back to the opening melody of the song about 2/3 of the way through. Really great and creative stuff. And despite him being from the province of Ontario, if you're a prog metal fan, you really should go check out our boy Russell Gordon here and his song Blast. Now we move on to a Portuguese band called Gareia. Gareia? I'm sorry, I don't really know exactly how to pronounce it. Again, another country which I'm not sure if I've ever heard another band from before. Now, when looking at photos of these guys, you would be forgiven for thinking they might be some sort of Sleep Token clone. And while the look may be similar, the sound of these two bands really could not be more different. This is their song called Reborn. Now this is just like a sick visualizer here, and these guys really just have a very interesting brand of what seems to be described as post-black metal. But to me, guys, it sounds a lot more melodic than that descriptor, but I mean, hey, you know, what can you do? I don't make the rules here.
Yeah, okay, that tremolo picked riff there was really cool. I'm not gonna lie. Great vocals in this song. Really great vocals. Yeah, that was f***ing sick, bro. That was excellent shit. Oh my god. That was really good.
And this song really just melted my face off with the tremendous tremolo-picked riffage and absolutely pummeling drums. I love those sort of like ethereal arpeggios they throw in here. Ugh, there's just so much stuff going on and I just love it. The production of the instruments is all absolutely top notch as well. Everything's so clear and crisp. It's sort of like very interesting here, right? It's very black metal in like riffage and kind of like vibe, but the production and vocal style really seems to lean a lot more into like the more modern edge of metal. Really giving these guys a very cool and unique sound to them. Great stuff. We checked out some of their other tracks on stream as well, and they were just all bangers. Give these guys a listen, I implore you. Gareia, Reborn. Now, have you guys heard any of these songs before? Was it you who recommended me these songs? Be sure to leave your thoughts down below, boys.